That's a transportation,
okay.
we should have passed it.
See this?
Yeah.
I make a motion with resolution 2009-8.
Second.
Been moved second, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
That's right, but you can just out like order.
Gentlemen, have anything else? This, it's urgent this morning.
I have nothing on it.
Well, we just will recess. Okay. I'm still waiting on one more bid, from a Ford dealer. I checked in to the Chevys like you guys asked, and I really don't wanna go with them. The gross vehicle weight on a Chevy is about 1,000 to 2,000 pounds less than a Ford. So with that, we're gonna be limited as to what we can put on the truck. So that's, I mean, that's why I don't really care to go with them or Dodge, because Dodge is kind of the same thing. So, but I've gotten two bids, and like I say, I'm waiting on one more from a dealer in Hutchinson. So
So you got one from Great Bend?
I got one from Great Bend, I got one from Larned, and I'm waiting on one from Hutch. So
Pratt.
I haven't checked with Pratt yet either. So, but I can if you want me to, or I mean, how many bids do you want me
No,
to
it's fine,
get?
it's just, I think for its close proximity.
Yeah,
That's pretty
well,
close.
yeah.
Great Bend's pretty close.
I just didn't know, I mean, from what I've heard, Pratt's, they're not gonna compete with some of the bigger dealers. So, but I can check, I can sure check. So, so anyway, so that's, like I said, I'm waiting on that other one, and I'll call down there and see if they can give me one too. We got some quotes on paint for the building, and the cheapest quote that we got on that was $1,700, and that's from Stafford Lumber. So, we checked with Lowe's, and they were about $300 to $400 higher. So
Check here.
they said they can't get 5-gallon buckets. So, and he said, well, I take that back. He said he could get them, but he doesn't have any way to mix them. He doesn't have the shaker or anything, so that's why he doesn't really deal with them. So, but anyway, so I was trying to remember, and I think I'd asked Nita too, and you guys did approve us to go ahead and get the paint, or, okay? So, okay.
As far as I remember.
Okay.
That's what I.
All right, I couldn't remember, that's why I was asking and double checking just to make sure. I didn't wanna do something and get in trouble for it. So, but, anyway, so we got that, working on that. The radios and pagers thing, I had found a company in Colorado that made a combination radio pager. I was working with Doug Brown of Stafford. He was gonna try to get his vendor's license so that he could sell the product and everything. The company went under.
Oh.
So, they still have some left on their shelves, and I mean, I think Doug got a few of them just to try them out, but
If you're under, you don't want probably the
yeah,
product.
exactly. I mean, that's what I was telling Doug, if something happens to one of them, what to do with it. So I went back and made some more phone calls and talked to the place in Great Bend, the Motorola dealer up there, and they actually sell two different brands of the radio pager. So they're supposed to be sending a rep down sometime here, either today or the first of the week sometime, and I'm gonna visit with him about some prices and kind of what we'd be looking at with that too. So they're gonna be probably a little bit more expensive, but if we can still get the combination, we're gonna be saving money in the long run, rather than buying a pager and a radio. So lots of questions about a burn ban. I don't really see the need for it yet, because like I say, we haven't had any problems. Everybody's been pretty good about checking with us, and if it looks good, then depending on what it is, I'll give the okay. Otherwise, looking at the future forecast for the next day and even, 2 days out, if they're calling for any type of a wind event or something, then I'm not letting them burn. I read in the paper, the Hutch paper, that Reno County has gone to a new system, that the National Weather Service out of Wichita, they put out what they call a rangeland fire forecast or an index. And basically it ranges from a low to very high to extreme. And they're going by that, and they're letting people burn if it's in the low to moderate category, only if the winds aren't exceeding 15 miles an hour, which is state regulation. So, but anything more than that, high to extreme, then they're not letting anybody burn. So, and that's, Dodge City doesn't do that, which is the weather zone that we're under, but with my experience and, I can kind of watch the forecast and, with the humidities and stuff like that, and I can kind of determine it's pretty much the same thing that they're looking at too. So that's how I've been doing, is just case by case, what the forecast looks like, and depending on, if they're wanting to burn a pile in the middle of the CRP patch, then no, it's not gonna work right now. So, but anyhow, so that's what I've been doing, and unless we start having problems with people, then I don't see a need for a burn ban right now. So, it is dry, I know that, so.
And doesn't the state fire marshal or whatever send out alerts as well, or?
You mean as far as like, high fire danger days? or-
Yeah, daily.
We get, like I say, every morning I check Dodge City's website, and they have a specific fire weather forecast for each county in their region. And I look at that every day, every morning when I get to the office, I check that and coordinate with dispatch and stuff on. And basically what dispatch has been doing is whoever wants to burn, they just have them call them out to the office or get a hold of me, and I'll, depending on what the weather conditions are, I'll call them back and see what it is, where it's at,
Okay.
so. Like I said, I just been kind of playing it by ear and seeing, going that route just to be safe. So, fortunate moves, it's been quiet, so we haven't had any problems. Yeah.
It could be bad pretty fast, couldn't it, man?
Yeah, and it's just like this week, they're forecasting high temperatures and, a couple of windy days, so
And no moisture yet. It's like,
haven't seen anything.
They don't show anything, it's a ice storm.
So, but, I guess if it keeps going like this, we could put one on, eliminate anybody having any questions about it, so. But that's how I feel and where I stand right now, so.
Okay.
But
Where are we at with the mitigation plan? Have they
I got-
determined a date and a time and a place?
they have not, on our grounds, whenever they, whatever time works best for them, they're supposed to let me know.
And this is the people in Lawrence, or?
Yeah, the EFM, I think, is what the company name is, something like that. So, I'm getting the list together still for them to send out the letters or whatever it is for the meeting and everything, so, getting that taken care of, so.
I noticed that on the vouchers and stuff, we're not getting a unit, well, we're getting a unit, but didn't we say that we wanted mileage wrote down?
Yep, I've got a log sheet made out, and I'm still working on getting those distributed out. I've got one at Maxville and one here so far. I get the ones to Stafford and up north.
Okay.
So I'll see Harold this morning actually, so I'll send those up there with him. But yeah, I made what I did is I got some notebooks, and design or set them up and everything with truck number, mileage, number of gallons that they put in, the date that it was, and then the person's initials that filled the
Okay.
truck up. And then I built a spreadsheet on the computer that I'm gonna take at the end of each month and transfer that over, and that way we can track that stuff. So, but yeah, I've looked at that too, and, cause I was wondering, I think Stafford, each truck over there has its own fuel card, so you can kinda tell by looking at which card it is as to which truck it was, but not all of them are like that. Cause I know at Maxville, they just go down and fill up at, I think, Dab Oil or wherever, and, like, they just send us a bill at the end of the month or whatever, so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got,
Don't they make a ticket there to unload, fill up?
yeah, they do.
They write down the truck number?
Yeah, they do. They're on the individual tickets, there are truck numbers. But when we get the bill, like the full, at the end of the month, it's
If
just.
we need to ever do it, I'll send you the copy.
Okay, yeah. Well, and that's why I got these books made up, so they can fill that out and every time they
We can
fill
see
the
the-
truck up.
See the copy,
Yep.
copy picture of the other side.
Yeah, so, but yeah, and like I say, I think I've got copies of some of those receipts out there at the station. I can start including those with the monthly bill. Or, once we get this fuel log rolling here, I can do that, whichever you guys prefer. If you wanna see the
Yeah,
actual
we need
tickets, that's fine.
accountability on that.
Yeah, I agree. So, anyway, but yeah, I've got those made up and they're ready to go, so. I guess that's about it. Questions?
No, getting back to this burn ban, I don't see it, why we would have to pass a resolution every week or
Yeah,
whatever for a burn ban.
Oh, that's good.
yeah. I know Reno County, they do theirs week by week, and I don't know if
That's
it's
what
a,
we
too.
were doing.
They used
I
to.
just wondering, we had to, I thought we had,
I
we
had
check
to.
with Joe, make sure.
You mean you put it on and it's on until,
Take it
No,
off.
it's taken
I'll check
off.
with Joe, see how we can have something flexible, because we always had to do that.
because my thing is, by looking at the other counties and stuff, they set one in place and then they reevaluate it each week,
that's what.
So once you set one, you don't have to keep saying, oh, well, we make another resolution for each week.
Yeah, we did.
You
but
just
we
continue that same
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
resolution,
what
that's
we
what
did.
we were doing.
Right.
Yeah, so, as far from, I think from a legal standpoint, that's what we do, that's what we do. So, if we wanna take it out, then take it out. So,
I'll see what he's.
but anyway,
Okay,
so. All right, yep,
wanna be in compliance.
yeah. I just keep telling them no.
Open the door.
Well, everything I've got here is for EMS, so. As far as the health department progress, we've got all the rooms painted except for 2 ceremonies. And we're gonna paint the kitchen with whatever's left over.
Till one wall's gonna be.
It might be. We don't know. And then, I told you I talked to Davis's about how much a sink would cost. He said like 400. I went to Home Depot and bought one for $80. I'm sure I can coerce somebody to put it in. And I bought a faucet for 50. Anyway, we're making progress. Okay. I talked to you one time about whether the inspection for EMS was ever complete. And I guess everything's taken care of. It is.
As of today.
It is, as far as I know, because the next inspection's coming up pretty quick. Okay, and then we talked one time about painting the EMS building, and TJ or Jill or somebody got the information, and this is what the prices are for paint for the building. They're like 5-gallon buckets. But nothing's been done to the outside of that building since you guys acquired it, and,
The quality of this paint, is they're all equal quality or what?
yeah, I assume they did apples to apples.
Because you can get paint, you can get paint,
And then if you wanna dress up the building a little bit, for $150, you can put shutters on. That's what they're looking at.
Then, what was it, TJ was gonna apply the paint?
Well, we were gonna have a paint weekend. Everybody's gonna paint, we just don't know yet.
Have a barbecue.
Yeah, they wanted to do it like the weekend of the 13th, which is fine, I won't be here, but. Told them they could if they wanted to, I think it'll be cold yet, or maybe,
I think so.
but that's spring break or something.
But I think, I mean, we've already authorized.
Yeah, just go ahead, what about the shutter part? And dress it up a little bit, they planted flowers out there and stuff. I mean, that is whatever you guys want, doesn't matter.
It's definitely something outside,
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Okay, so we'll just go ahead
I know,
and.
why not, it's not cost that much more, is it?
$150. For six sets of shutters, it's not
What
bad.
color you gonna paint white again?
It's not white.
I mean, it's yellow right now, but you gotta paint
Kind
white
of
right now.
salmon color, I don't know what color it's gonna be. It's not gonna be pink. I don't know.
That's Kate color, for this now.
Yeah. What color you want it,
I don't want Kate color.
you know?
About white with a red stripe.
That's
Would
what
it be that?
Like cleaner looking than that.
Well, fix it. Come on, it'll be all right. This is what I drew up for Carl, is that sufficient for your purposes, you know? Yeah, I think that works.
Or you can go in there and look at the one that we have for Benzel and Kelly Benzel had one and somebody else.
Okay. And then if I could have a 10-minute executive session for non-elected personnel.
Okay.
I move we have a executive session, non-elected personnel for yours.
I second it.
Then move in second, all in favor, say aye.
All right.
Motion carried. Okay, is there anything else to come before the commission? I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We are adjourned.